Usman Khawaja's career and when it's likely to end has been a recurring theme throughout the Ashes, and it's been raised again today. There's a thought Khawaja may make the SCG Test his swan song as Australia looks to end the series on a high.
It's the MCG training session Australia didn't think they'd have to hold. Jake Weatherald and Marnus Labuschagne back in the nets after the two-day test, while Todd Murphy and Brendan Doggett were the only bowlers, the rest of the team taking time off.
There's some players in here that need to do some work. There's a bit of a build. It's you're working with the player around what they need to get ready for the next one.
That next one could also be Usman Khawaja's last one. At 39, he's Australia's oldest player since 1986. And heading to his hometown, there's long been speculation now would be the time he'd retire.
There's no indication at my end that he's calling in Sydney.
Coach Andrew McDonald was asked whether the decision would be left solely to Khawaja.
Oh, it's always a combination of conversations and where a team's at, and I think he'll come to us if he's going to retire. There's no doubt about that. And then after this test match, we've got 8 months to the next one, so we've got a lot of time as a selection group to make that decision.
After what happened here at the MCG, pressure has been piled onto the ground staff in Sydney. Last summer's test only went 2.5 days. The expectation this time is for a more even contest. The tour group today getting a close look at the SCG surface that is set to see Todd Murphy selected.
I'd love to see what he's got to offer, and we think he's back to his best, and what we've seen when he's come closer to the camp has been excellent.
But there'll be no selection panic. Despite acknowledging the lack of runs from some in the Australian team, McDonald delivered this emphatic message.
I know there's always going to be pressure zeroed in on certain individuals, but when you're 3-1 up and you've played pretty good cricket and you've got it slightly wrong on a surface that was tricky, what do? We like to back our players, and I think we've shown that over a period of time that they've got our support.
Sam Jordan, 9 News.
The Sydney Thunder have suffered their third loss in 4 matches, easily beaten by the Melbourne Stars. Opener Sam Constas making 11 and David Warner just 10 as Sydney struggled to 128. Glenn Maxwell sending his 150th Big Bash 6 onto the roof at Manuka Oval. The undefeated Stars losing just 1 wicket in their run chase, getting the job done with 36 balls to spare. It's been widely condemned, but Nick Kyrgios and Arina Sabalenka have defended their controversial Battle of the Sexes showdown in Dubai. The Australian beating the women's world #1 in straight sets, despite playing just 6 competitive matches in the past 3 years.
It's Battle of the Sexes by name, but this shared few similarities with the most famous version in 1973. The women's world #1 taking on the men's number 671 in Dubai.
Oh, exceptional.
Nick Kyrgios adamant he was pushed by the 4-time Grand Slam champion, playing on a court 9% smaller than his.
So it is a 5th break. Kyrgios defending well. He's feeling it physically.
The scoreline suggested otherwise. A 6-3, 6-3 victory for the Australian showman. The pair insists the comprehensive defeat helped promote the women's game in a positive way.
I just try to show my best tennis, and I try to bring that fight spirit that I have.
For Kyrgios, the hefty payday doubled as confirmation his fitness is improving ahead of the summer of tennis.
From where I was a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, I was sidelined. I wasn't even able to use my right hand. So to even get back out here and play and to compete with someone as great as Arina is honestly, it's pretty emotional.
It sparked controversy across the globe. Grigor Dimitrov admitting in Brisbane he prefers traditional tennis while still supporting his friends.
I mean, who am I to say if it's controversial or not? Really, I think everyone would interpret it very differently.
In Sydney, United Cup rivals Felix Auger-Aliassime and Alexander Zverev teamed up to sweat out their jet lag, with 2014 Australian Open champion Stan Wawrinka practicing in Perth, preparing to start his final year on the tour.
I'm still playing some good tennis, so hopefully I can have some good results during 26 and finish on a good note.
Nicole Dunn, 9 News.
Tottenham have registered just their second win in 9 Premier League matches, and it's all thanks to a 19-year-old. Archie Gray netting his first senior goal in a 1-0 win over Crystal Palace. Leeds denied Sunderland a chance to jump to 5th. Dominic Calvert-Lewin becoming the first player to score in 6 consecutive league matches for Leeds in their 1-1 away draw. And for the first time since 2019, New England are champions of the AFC East. Despite thrashing the Jets 42-10, the Patriots were made to wait to earn the top spot, watching on a bus on their way home from the game as Buffalo was beaten 13-12 by the Eagles, clinching the division for New England. The Steelers' playoff hopes will be decided in the final game of the regular season after they lost 13-6 to Cleveland. They now need to beat the Ravens to keep their Super Bowl dream alive. It's one of the biggest sporting events each year, and it's just 6 weeks away.